This one?
Yeah. Didn't make any difference. So it looks like I'm gonna be like an old sci-fi movie or something today. Oh, it looks kind of strange. How's the voice on Zoom? How can you hear me? Am I normal, or does it match my face, which is not normal?
It's fine.
The voice is fine, Jenny, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is really bad because our speaker is in-house today, and we'll need to have the efficiency of Zoom to work, and I don't know what's going on with our computer. Just started doing that since our morning meeting. So anyway, we'll just have to go with it, do the best that we can. So
So Ron, I'm curious, we have a couple of people who are not 100% identified. None of those are Susan?
right, we have a lot of folks here that are here just to support Susan, but they are not Susan Barnes, okay? Susan Palko-Schraa. So no, Susan has dropped off the edge of the earth, which happens a lot of times. She's in Belize. Okay, so and their electrical and internet is not very reliable.
Neither is ours.
Okay, but Susan, the speaker
ours
today.
May be, but I don't think I think this is a local problem. I think that it has to do with our computer, which.
But Susan, the speaker today is in the sanctuary?
She is. So
Okay.
I've got everything all done. All I need for you to do, Jenny, is just to say a prayer and then read, and we'll take care of all the rest, okay?
Okay, well, let me double check. If Susan wants to do the prayer, that's fine.
Different Susan.
It's a whole different Susan. Let me take care of that, okay? If you want to pray, fine. If you don't, that's okay.
Okay. Okay, I misunderstood the Susans.
Okay, we have two Susans. Okay, we have no mics. Okay, there's no mics in the whole room. We have a couple of Bills and a Thomas, but nobody else. Okay, so I'll keep track of that. That's so you don't need to. So all right. So here we go. I want to welcome you this Sunday morning, the 19th of March, 2023, to the Fellowship of Spirits Zoom meeting. And we have an exciting program for you today, and we are sure that you will be pleased. And we are pleased that you are with us today. There are many, many people on here who have come to support Susan that I don't know, but I've never seen you before. But we're really glad that you're here. If you want to introduce yourselves, I would really love that. Just unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Let's start with Lenora, and just go here. If this is your first time being with us, please introduce yourself. And Lenora, you're muted. I don't know if this is going to work or not.
Can this computer back here do the same thing for you?
What computer?
How about the one here?
No, this is the one from here. Jerry?
Right there? Is that the same way?
Anyway, okay, we will dispense with the introductions. Introductions are now concluded. So anyway, we're just really happy that you are here today. We have a spiritual reading, which will be done by Jenny Jones. And then we will have Shay Johnston is going to do our music today. We're really happy about that. She has a beautiful voice, which you will be able to enjoy shortly. And our speaker is Susan Palko-Schraa. And this is her first time for speaking here, but she's been coming for a while. many of us last fall were able to go out to her place at Cedar Hill and to enjoy the beautiful labyrinth that she had. We had a great time while we were there. So anyway, she is not new to fellowship, but she's new to speaking for fellowship, and we're really happy and curious as to what message she's going to bring us today, and we're sure it'll be enjoyable and enlightening. So, is there any announcements, Jerry?
No.
Okay, we apologize for the flickering and for my jumping around. What, Steve?
I have a cell phone turned on right now, which would not flicker if you'd care to use it.
I don't know. No, I cannot use it because I have to be able to plug in. We have to have a full USB and all that stuff.
Well, everybody else can see this too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks,
I
Steve.
just wanted for the record that I'm offering.
Okay, thank you.
You could do both.
Yeah, you can do both.
I can't do both, all right?
Right.
So, all right, so, anyway, I don't know. I'll tell you what, bring it up, Steve, and let's try it.
I'll have to turn the sound on. I don't know how that will work.
No, the sound, no, see, we have to have our microphone.
Well, this has a microphone.
I
so
realize that.
If you were to unplug this one, then they wouldn't interfere.
Usually with the phone, you have to mute the phone when you get on Zoom, and then it should work fine.
I'm on Zoom, yeah. So if you would, this just unplugs right here. Or you can just turn it off, right?
How is the,
Very good.
no, how is the phone, how is the microphone gonna get to everybody else on the Zoom? Turn it on, let's see what happens.
Okay, it's gonna echo to start with.
We normally do not have this much technical problems in the mornings, but.
Of course, you know, here we've got performance anxiety.
And sure, it happens on a day when we have lots and lots of visitors, and this is their first time. This is not normal technically for us to have. Well, I'm not even plugged in the microphone.
It stopped. It stopped. It's not flickering, Ron.
I see that.
Hey, see, we just threatened it. That's all we had to do.
Often, that's all I need to do. So
Okay,
anyway,
you're good.
let's try it. So, Guy has said she has another friend in New Mexico that has is on Zoom and is having the same problem. So perhaps it's not local. Perhaps it's not us, but something to do with Zoom. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's get started. So we begin our meeting with a song, a prelude that Shay is going to sing, and we just try to quiet our minds and let the rest of the world go so that we could be present here in the moment. And that's what our prelude is all about. So if you would begin, give our attention to Shay.
May I be free of worry. May I be well. May I feel safe and at ease. May I be at peace. May you be free of worry. May you be well. May you feel safe and at ease. May you be at peace. May we be free of worry. May we be well. May we feel safe and at ease. May we be at peace. May I be free of worry. May I be well. May I feel safe and at May you be free of worry. May you be well. May you feel safe and at ease. May you be at peace. May we be free of worry. May we be well. May we feel safe and at ease. May we be at peace.
Thank you. Thank you, Shay. Absolutely beautiful. So maybe the little gnomes in Zoom have fixed our problem. I hope so. Anyway, all right. So Jenny, you want to pray for us?
Mm-hmm.
Let
Okay.
me find you. We have so many folks here. This is
Well, yeah, it's crowded in the best way.
go for it.
Okay. One thing I want to say as a prelude is I need to drive all day today to take my granddaughter home. So I'm going to have to leave early, but I'll do my part and I will listen to the Zoom recording. So, oh, great creator spirit, the one who created the entire universe and our precious earth. Thank you. We are so grateful for being brought safely through the winter, and we are on spring's doorstep. Glory, hallelujah. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Jenny. All right. Okay, so we now have another song, do we not?
Yes.
And it is By Breath. It's a song by Breath. Some of these songs, the only one that is in our books is Imagine, is that correct? So none of these books are in any of our hymnals or anything, so there's no use trying to find them in there. But this is By Breath by Sarah Thompson, performed by Shay Johnson. Hit it, Shay.
And this has a little chorus that's easy to pick up on if you'd like to sing along when it comes around. I'd love that. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. The air that is my breath is the air that you are breathing, and the air that is your breath is the air that I am breathing. The wind rising in my breast is the wind from the east, from the west, from the north, from the south, breathing in, breathing out. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. The water that is my blood, my sweat, tears from crying, is the water that is your blood, your sweat, tears from crying, and the rising of the tide is in our veins, and in the ocean wide we are in the rising steam, rushing river, running stream. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. The earth is dust, the earth is clay, flowers blossoming and fading. We are dust and we are clay. We are blossoming and fading. Every color, every sound, every place is holy ground. Oh, every living thing. Can you hear it laugh? Can you hear it sing? By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. The fire in my heart, my soul flame burning, is the fire in your heart, your soul flame burning. We are spirit burning bright by the light of day. In the dark of night we are shining like the sun and like the moon, like the Holy One. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. By breath, by blood, by body, by spirit, we are all one. By breath.
All right, thank you. The next verse is by Zoom, we are all one. That's a great song, and we thank you very much. She has. Did I exaggerate about her having a beautiful voice or not? All right, it's really good. If you have a bulletin, and if you don't, we can get you one. But if you'll look down there, it says reflection moment. We say this together at this time of the service every time. So follow after me. Love produces a flow of energy that I now feel. I love others more than ever, and I feel privileged to be here. Love flows from one person to another as we create an atmosphere of holiness, and so it is. And this was written many years ago now by our departed Midge Jones, who was Jenny's mother. And she's already gone on to her reward, so we miss her, but we are happy that she is relieved of the cares of this life. Anyway, so the spiritual reading. Jenny, you're on again. Gosh, how blessed we are. All right, there we go.
Okay, so of course, for those of you who know me at all, I'm a gardener and I can't wait to get out there. And tomorrow is spring equinox, or the vernal equinox. And so that's what today's reading is about. I'm pretty predictable that way. There is a truth faster than any thought, more immediate than all of our dearest visions of ourselves. It is the thing that reaches without thought for love and comfort, to be soothed with tenderness, to be protected from fear. It is the thing that sends us out, questing recklessly, pushing the edges of comfort, safety, and sense. It is the legacy of the animals we have always been, the cumulative wisdom of spring, new every time, ancient and timeless. Hone your instincts. Pay attention to those truths that guide you, to the impulses that rule you beyond all your careful reckoning. This is the season of the wild. We are teeth bared, in need of both adventure and tenderness. Instinct is a whip cutting through confusions and contortions, both personal and collective. Seek fluency instead of control. Hone skill and honesty instead of management. The wild will not be gainsaid. Its language needs to be remembered, spoken as easily as any tongue of cultivation and strategy, if we are to come back to the belly of the earth. And that's by Maena Welty. Blessed be.
Thank you, Jenny. Be careful on the road, hon. It's there may be some snow between there, but I think the roads are pretty well clear by now, though. Be careful. Whoa, okay, there we go. All right. So now we are honored to have Susan.
A song.
Do we have another song?
One more song. Song of the soul.
Oh, we are gonna have a song before the talk, so, and it's the Song of the Soul by Chris Williamson. Is that it? You're gonna play it, the music?
No, I'm just giving myself my starting note.
Okay.
Open mine eyes that I may see glimpses of truth thou hast for me. Open mine eyes, illumine me, Spirit divine. Love of my life, I am crying, I am not dying, I am dancing, dancing along in the madness. There is no sadness, only a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. What do you do for your living? Are you forgiving, giving shelter? Follow your heart, love will find you, truth will unbind you. Seek out a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Come to your life like a warrior, nothing will bore you. You can be happy. Let in the light, it will heal you, and you can feel you, and sing out a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Love of my life, I am crying, I am not dying, I am dancing, dancing along in the madness. There is no sadness, only a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing it with me one more time? And why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. And we can sing for a long, long time.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you very, very much. Okay, I don't know if I told you or not, but I'm Ron Holloway and I'm your moderator today.
Yeah.
It's the last time I'm going to say that today. Okay. Susan Palko-Schraa has, like I was talking before, that she is new to speaking here, but she has been coming for a few months, about a year anyway, and she is a very experienced person in metaphysics and her things that she does. And so I'm just hardly can wait to hear the message that she has. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over. Would you welcome Susan Palko-Schraa?
Thank you, Ron. Good morning, everybody here. Good morning, everybody on Zoom.
Wait one moment. I'm going to mute everyone on because it kind of leads through, and I have to do that. So I'm going to mute everybody except you.
Okay.
So there you go.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning on Zoom. It's good to be here. Thank you. The title of today's talk is Co-Creating a New World. It's about how your spiritual work can change the world. This is a vast undertaking, and implicit within it is that we are up to the task, both by the sacred nature within each of us and by our choices to embrace that nature. Mark Wolf spoke so beautifully about this spiritual journey a couple of weeks ago. He anchored his thoughts in the Old Testament and with wisdom of the Kabbalah. Mark shared that humans asked to be here on earth for the purpose of being loving companions to God forever. We wanted to become creators. And so, out of love, God, Goddess, all that is, created a place where we could learn to express our divine nature, to give, to love, and to be responsible for our happiness and our creations. In the Bible, the book of Genesis tells us that we were created in the image of God and that we are good. In the book of John, verse 14-12, Jesus says, "Whoever trusts in me, the works that I do, they will do also, and they will do greater works than these." These are clues into the nature of humanity. We are created good and in the image of God. And we are told by Jesus, who taught of love, who healed the sick, and who raised the dead. We are told that our potential as spiritual beings is to do even greater works than those. This is a stunning revelation into our nature and is worthy of deep and humble reflection. This spiritual revelation is so powerful and so beautiful that when enough of humanity embraces it, the world will be profoundly changed. Now, we can shame ourselves into believing that we are unworthy of such a gift. And it can be tempting to give this revelation to our negative egos by fooling ourselves into thinking that we understand the depth of this glorious mystery, or that we are somehow special or better than others. In doing so, we run the risk of remaining in a state of separation and struggle as individuals and as a collective society. Or we can, with humility, seek greater love and healing so that we may embody more of the deep mystery and love of being created in the image of the divine. There is a lineage across many traditions around the world and from time that speaks in some way of the unification of the divine with humanity. In most of these references, it is held as an ideal that may come about in the distant future. The significance of these days is that we are in the beginning of that transition, and we can choose to participate. We are experiencing the birthing contractions of consciously embodying oneness with our divine creator and of experiencing heaven on earth, of co-creating a new world. So, what are the hints and clues that we are now in the midst of this transition? And how do we stand among those who are taking spiritual responsibility? Many of you have likely heard that the Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world in 2012. A more accurate, yet still simplistic way of thinking of the Mayan calendar system is that at the end of the long count calendar, the universal cycle would reset. Thus, we are now in a time of resetting. Additionally, those of you who study astrology point to the end of the Piscean era of domination and moving into the Aquarian era of cooperation and dominion. You may also recall that Mark spoke of the Jewish calendar, revealing that we have 217 years left until a return to oneness with our Creator. He stated that the path to getting there is up to us. We can get there in peace, joy, sharing, and laughter, or we can get there weeping, grieving, and hiding behind the smoking ruins of our civilization. The choice is ours. Physicists are now also giving support for our metaphysical choices, as they are proving that matter is energy and that our thoughts and expectations create outcomes. And in choosing the path of peace, joy, love, and vision, we open a space for others to choose it as well, and the world can shift. Everything goes through cycles of creation, maintenance, destruction, and new creation. This includes ideas, worldviews, systems, and religions, as well as physical creations. This has been the process for millennia. The difference now is that we can choose to consciously participate in the creation of a new world as individuals and collectively. We can observe that our world is now in a phase of destruction. What is now crumbling is the old paradigm of domination. This is a paradigm where power is achieved largely by manipulation and subjugation. It is one where might makes right, whether that might is expressed in weapons, money, control of information, or manipulation of media. It fuels arrogance, narcissism, and entitlement. We can see this clearly with the righteousness and bullying around political, religious, social, and environmental issues. And sadly, this paradigm also devalues spirituality. It often politicizes religion and puts forth sets of rules to control who is in and who is out. Even sadder yet, it often fears an authentic relationship with God and can dismiss seeking of true spiritual partnership as sinful or blasphemous. As this paradigm is crumbling, and as there are many desperate attempts to prop it up, we can see and feel the impacts that precipitate from it. There is an increase in violence, war, mass shootings, and domestic cruelty. The disregard for our earth and resources now results in the devastation of climate change, as many lives and homes are destroyed by fire, flood, earthquakes, or drought. And on top of all of this, we have the huge impact of COVID and how it has changed relationships, politics, and economies. Within this crumbling paradigm of domination, many spiritual qualities are also in crisis. As individuals, communities, and nations, do we know what we value? And how consistently do we uphold these values, even when it isn't easy to do? For example, we profess to value human dignity, yet we can often shame the poor and tolerate despicable behavior from the wealthy or influential. Another spiritual quality that is in crisis is that of belonging. Out of the sense of alienation and a yearning to belong, we can glom on to any group and adopt their viewpoints without wisdom or ownership. This can result in bullying and spouting of dogma instead of dialoguing and seeking understanding. Compassion then becomes a casualty. And out of this, we can lose our wisdom and our vision. With the loss of wisdom and vision, imagination collapses, and there is a drought of dreams that can nurture and open to what is possible. So that rather than seek new love and possibilities, we retreat into defensiveness, judgment, or fear. The good news is that this paradigm is crumbling and that we can act to soften the impacts of the destruction phase as we also help to bring forward a new paradigm where a partnership with the divine and spiritual presence is what is most valued. Imagine a world where new systems form out of those values. Dream a world where logic and reason are in balance with imagination, wisdom, and love. It can be a world where we work together with nature to live in harmony with our earth. It can be a world where spirituality as a partnership with God is the basis for our society, where we come together as loving, wise, soulful individuals visioning deeper levels of love becoming manifest. So, how is it that we can begin to go about this? As with any spiritual endeavor, we begin by looking within and asking ourselves, am I willing? Am I willing to embrace a partnership with the divine? And from that willingness, we further ask, where do I need more loving and more healing? How intimately do I know what I value and what principles govern my thoughts, feelings, and decisions? Where can I bring more compassion to my healing journey and to the needs of the world? And out of that compassion, dare I imagine a world where love and true partnership with each other, the earth, and our sacred creator is the most esteemed value. We are on a quest for spiritual transformation, and we are doing this courageous work not only for ourselves, but for the whole world. And as on any quest, we venture into the unknown with faith, knowing that there will be dragons to slay, and that those dragons likely guard great treasure. Some of the dragons we may encounter are playing the victim or martyr, feeling unworthy or special, or experiencing anger or despair. One dragon may be our doubt and fear about the very possibility of ushering in this new paradigm of conscious spiritual presence. This dragon may seduce us by saying that it's only a Pollyanna pipe dream and that our spiritual work won't make a difference in the world. We will just get destroyed in this dog-eat-dog environment. It will claim that it's not possible to shift the global energy or to live in a world based on love. We can respond to this dragon of doubt and fear with honesty about its impact, with compassion to heal, and with courage to answer the call of loving vision, and with hope to offer our fears to God. You see, these fire-breathing dragons may singe us, but we do not have to let them consume us. As we slay them one by one, we can open more to the love and power within ourselves. And here's something wonderful. As we slay our personal dragons, not only is there less doubt and fear within ourselves, but we have impacted the collective, and there is less in the world. As we know more of our beauty, truth, and goodness, there is more beauty, truth, and goodness in the world. This is powerful, transformative work. Individually and collectively, we have a vibration that attracts and allows certain things and repels others. When we change our vibrations, we open to new possibilities and the potential for miracles. For example, let's say that our collective vibration looks like this. Small, right? Within these spikes are outbursts, fear, violence, judging, blame, devaluing of dignity. What we collectively allow and what we bring into the reality fits within these vibrational boundaries. Now, let's say that there are more and more people who are consciously connecting to the sacred within themselves and also to the sacred creator of all. And these people, as individuals and collectively, change the vibration to something that may look like this. Ha, ha, Now, the most dire outcomes drop away because the vibration won't hold them, and new previously unforeseen visions can emerge. We can become sacred way showers in the energy that we contribute. This requires journeying into the mystery of the sacred unknown. Saint John of the Cross, a 16th century mystic, wrote a poem that begins, "I went into the unknown and stayed there, unknowing." This is what we are called to do, to humbly and vulnerably enter the unknowable of God, of Goddess, of all that is, and there to offer our love and vision and hope, and to connect to the very love, vision, and hope of our Creator, of the very source of our universe. Wow. Within this holy space, we allow ourselves to be changed and to bring that sacred inspiration back to seed humanity with new hope and new possibilities. This changes our vibrations and seeds the collective and contributes to the reality of a new world. In conclusion, to choose to create a new world where spiritual consciousness is the highest value is profound and powerful work. It takes great courage, love, and faith, because we are not talking about a fixed old world. We're talking about something new that humanity has yet to experience. As such, we are called to great levels of honesty and vulnerability within ourselves so that we can heal enough to imagine and seed a world that is unimaginable by us alone. We are called. The choice is ours. The time is now. And something very important to realize is that we are enough. We are courageous enough. We are loving enough, imaginative enough. We are enough by the divinity within each of us We are enough to answer the call. And we are not alone. We are never alone. We have each other. We have the vibrations of all the wisdom traditions across space and time. We have our souls, we have our spirits, and we have a partnership with God, with Goddess, with all that is. This calling requires great faith. Faith that we are worthy of the task. Faith that the work is possible and that it matters. And faith that it is part of our birthright to partner with our divine creator as humans made sacred in their image. It's beautiful. It's exciting. And I'm grateful. Meister Eckhart, a 14th century mystic, expressed this sacred partnership with these words: every object, every creature, every man, woman, and child has a soul. And it is the destiny of all to see as God sees, to know as God knows, to feel as God feels, to be as God is.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Okay, at this time, anyone who would like to address Susan, now's the time to do that. If you're on Zoom, you can unmute and speak up. If you're here, come on up, Steve.
And that was very stirring, Susan. I'm wondering, have you presented this before?
No, I
Wow.
wrote it for you this morning.
That is fantastic.
Thank you.
I suggest you publish it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Steve.
It is very well put together and very stirring, and it puts new thought in the right order.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Steve.
it's my pleasure.
Thank you, Steve.
Yes, Susan, have it published, practice what you just spoke, share it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ron, I wanted to say that I feel like it gives us hope, that it expresses the words that give us hope. And I love that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, you should use your own advice and probably publish this and expand on it, because you have put together a great dissertation with lots of good information in a format that is easily digestible. And that is very, very valuable. I believe that you need to share it with others, beginning here, and that would be living up to your own message. What do you think?
I think, does anybody out there know about publishing who can help? Margaret does, yeah.
Margaret does. Yeah, they have both published works.
I like the idea of publishing too, because it was so much, there was so much profound information and feelings and ideas that I'd like to read it over and over and over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I would like for all of you new people to know that I have recorded this, and that this afternoon, or by tomorrow morning, this will be posted on YouTube. Okay, and are you connected to all these folks through email?
Yes.
Okay, you could probably send us your email, but the easiest thing is I will make sure that Susan has a copy of a link to YouTube, and so that you can share it with all your friends also. Okay, so it is already going to be recorded, published in its, in the form that we did it today, but not the written form, but we will do that for you. So you don't have to worry about that.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
All right, let's give Susan a big hand. All right. And I believe that we have another song, which is probably appropriate. So.
Yeah, this is in the blue binder. Songs in there are alphabetical. It's called Imagine.
Jolene says in the chat, she's saying, thank you, Susan, and to everyone.
You see how this works? Is it on?
No.
How about now?
Hold on here, let me check.
It's on, it's on.
It's on. I will. All right. How blessed we are. Thank you, Shay. All right. So, where we at now? Oh, we're going to have a celebration of abundance. We will pass around. Yeah, that's how we support ourselves. And we are self-supporting. This little mantra is also in our bulletin. So let us put over our heart that which we intend to continue to contribute and repeat, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Through infinity, I am prosperous. While we're doing this, I want to remind everyone that on Wednesday evenings at 6 o'clock, Susan Barnes from Belize is the moderator and innovator of our Course in Miracles study group, which meets on Zoom every Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. And the link to get to all of our activities is the one link that you use to get here today. We only have one address, so all of our events happen at different times, so there's really no conflict. On Thursday evenings, we have a prayer group. It's done with a format of Power of 8. And that is led by Margaret Cheesebro, and we collectively send out prayer and energy to those in need, and so we have those. And we also, she has put out a call for if you know of someone in need, you could get in touch with Margaret. That also is with the same address that we have to connect to everything. Sunday mornings at 8:45, we have a book study group, and we read everything over the years we have. And we're about to, the one that we're doing now is from, what's her name? The author?
It's called God Will Work With You.
God Will Work With You, but not for
Russell.
Lau Russell. Who was a writer back in the 50s, and even before Course in Miracles came to be, but it is universal information that is still very valid today. We're about to finish that book, and we're looking for something else to start reading, so in a couple of weeks. So if you have a suggestion as to some material that we could to read together and be thought-provoking and enlightening, please get in touch with us and come and join our book study group. And of course, next Sunday at 10 o'clock, we will have another speaker. We have new speakers every week, and we rotate our musicians. So we have Shay, we have Margaret, who plays the piano beautifully, and we have Fred Brown, who plays the piano. He plays everything, but he usually plays guitar, and each one is unique in their presentation and of equal value. We think they are all really good and add so much to our presentation. So we're really blessed. And then, of course, we have our speakers that bring us a different point of view and a different message every week. Those, for the last, since Zoom began, the blessing of COVID blessed us with Zoom, we have been recording our sessions, and they are all posted on Zoom with the exception of one or two that did not get posted. But we have now, maybe 100 or so sessions, and you can go back and view those. Just like the one that Susan referenced, Mark's presentation from a couple of weeks ago is on Zoom. So, and hers will be there for posterity, I suppose, or until Zoom crashes or whatever. But anyway, I think it's going to be around for a while. Anyway, so I think that's probably it. Does anyone have any announcements that they would like to present or say something or comment on our service or what? Boy, a lot of our Zoom people went away. No, but if you have anything that you'd like to say at this time, now's the time to say it. But we're welcome. Well, we're really happy all the people that came today that haven't been here before. We hope that you liked what you saw and that you would maybe come back. What Susan talked about today is basically the philosophy of Fellowship of the Spirit. Okay, this is what we have been trying to convey and to learn and to put into practice over all these years. We We do not have any dogma. We don't have any altar calls. We are here just to spread and practice love and to support one another on this journey of life, and to try to increase the light within ourselves and then share that with others is basically what Fellowship of Spirit is all about. So anyway, thank you again, Susan. Thank you, Shay, and Jenny, wherever you are. Thank you. All right. So Bill Clark is going to come forward and present our final message for the day.
Good morning, one and all. Hope you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful day. Blaming others. When you blame others, you give up your power to change. Anonymous. It hurts to shoulder the blame when we mess up, but it's vital to do so, especially if it's a bad habit or a mistake we've made several times. Denying or minimizing our part in it or blaming others for our actions only seems safe and comfortable options. I only did it because he told me that, blah, blah, blah. Sentences with that tone end with consequences, with the consequence we did nothing wrong and consequently did not learn or grow. Blaming and denying keeps us stagnant. We can only change if we admit it was our fault, we missed the mark. If blaming others, I will not likely make any personal changes for the better. I will admit my mistakes and change my actions appropriately. Y'all have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Bill. Fellowship of Spirit is a God as you understand God's group, and so however there's no one here is ever going to tell you that you're wrong and we are right. It does not work that way. We are all right. If you're trying to create and improve yourself, improve the world, you're absolutely on the right track. So that's right. That's right. So we don't. Yeah. So all right. You'll never hear about sin and brimstone and all that stuff from this pulpit. This is about love, understanding, and we don't believe that that there's a need for salvation, that we are saved by love, and there's nothing that we need to earn that it's already been, it's earned, and that what we need to do is to share that with the world. So, okay, is there anything else? Okay, I don't know how we're going to do the circle. Boy, we have more people today than we have had. Why don't we do a circle? We do a circle and sing closing songs. Is this you, iPhone? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. And as so long as we don't make a pentagram, we'll be all right.
You can do it.
Yeah, you can include me. Okay.
Biggest one we've had in a while.
We're going to sing God Bless America, and then we'll sing Weave after that. Go ahead, Steve.
God
Bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together in unity, and yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, family all are we. So let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
So God bless you and keep you until we meet again.
Amen.
Amen.
Goodbye, Zoomers. We'll see you next time.